Hey VC, it's Mazzy here. So kick back and enjoy my contest entry. And this is for Beth at ClarkOVision from the UK. I guess, unfortunately, I'm new to her channel. I think is she up in Scotland? That's the accent, I guess, and I apologize. But I didn't know you before. I'm just starting to follow you. I'm a newbie. I got turned on to you. See, it's funny how the world brings us together. It's a small world after all. Gustavo, buddy Gustavo. Actually, we don't know each other, but I follow Gustavo. Hopefully he watches me, follows me sometimes. But Gustavo from Brazil, who I enjoy watching. I saw his entry this morning, and then I went and checked out your channel. And you know what I love about the VC too is there's a lot of people that are into music that maybe I'm not a primary fan. I know you, Bev, are into a lot of hard rock, heavy metal. I like some of that, but I'm not a big fan. There's another guy, Metal Theologian, that I just love watching his videos. He's into heavy metal, I don't. But it's enjoyable. Half the time I don't know what he's talking about because it's a lot of South American metal and from Venezuela and then Russian and then it gets in the avant-garde jazz stuff, which I actually can relate to more. But it's still a fun ride, right? All this stuff is a fun ride. And Cosmic Vinyl there, Brian from Cosmic, he's a gas. I love it. I enjoy it. A lot of other people. This is not a shout out video, but anyway, I'm gonna enter the contest, and basically, congratulations on over 400 now subscribers, and your 1-year anniversary on the VC portion of YouTube world, crazy wacky world it is. And I'm looking at the wrong thing there. There's the camera. See, that's the thing. That's why I always look cross-eyed half the time. Sorry. But everything is about groups of four. Real quickly, the 4th studio album by an artist, 4 LPs representing each of the 4 elements. An album with 4 in the title, the number or FOUR. I don't think she wants 4 like Beatles for sale, but I didn't do that anyway. And then 4 covers with a horse. That's out there. And if you don't have a horse, something else 4-legged. I think you should crack the whip and just allow horses. None of this like anything with 4 legs. And you said, well, it can be the head of the dog, because I know a dog has 4 legs. How do you know? Ram, Paul McCartney, and my dog, he has 3 legs, and he can run. Anyway, I shouldn't sing. Anyway, so here we go. The first one's easy. Showcase a record. That's the 4th studio album of an artist. I'm picking Life's Rich Pageant by REM. I think it was 1986 or 87. This came out in 1986. And this is before they went to Warner Brothers. This is when they were IRS, which was part of A&M Records, I believe, right? Oh, MCA. Distributed by MCA. I'm wrong. Anyway, REM, Life's Rich Pageant. Oh, it's a duck. It doesn't have 4 legs. Anyway, number 1. Number 2 is a little harder, but I managed to do it. It's 4 LPs that represent the 4 basic elements, and Above Us Only Sky. Let's Imagine. I almost picked that. But this one I am doing as Sky. This one actually can be Earth and Sky, right? And I wonder if I would have got bonus points if it had everything, but that seems like a cop-out too. But in this case, I'm going with Sky. John Lennon's John Lennon's Mind Games Forever. There you go, with Yoko looking up at the sky. She's so conceptual. I almost did some Yoko Ono albums because it's all about, I cut a hole to see the sky through. The conceptual Fluxus art movement. Anyway, Sky, John Lennon Mind Games album. Earth. Now that's Earth, right? I love this. It's a promo copy I have of John David Souther. Those of you might know him. He wrote songs for the Eagles. He worked with Jackson Browne. Linda Ronstadt's covered his songs. Beautiful golden voice, great songwriter. But look at that earth. Beautiful, ravaged earth. Actually, that looks like him in the sky. So he's got two here, but I'm not using him for sky. See, this says sky and earth. Mind Game says sky and earth. That should count for bonus points, right? Water. That's the back cover. It doesn't count. Can you guess what that is? Quick, guess. Nirvana. Never mind. Anyway, swimming, water. Water. You know? God. Funny. Smells like Teen Spirit. Okay, and fire, now. Catch a Fire. Now you don't see fire? There you go. I'm lighting it on fire. Whoa! This is my original copy, and it's kind of getting... I'm really nervous about this breaking apart. I know they just issued this, but this is my very first original. My only original of this Bob Marley and the Wailers record, Catch a Fire. So there's the four elements. Easy peasy, as they say. By the way, I'm up in Seattle, since you don't know Bev, and you don't know me. Mazzy here. Nice to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you. Enjoy, watch a couple of your last two videos, but thanks for that. And then the next one is an album that has 4 in the title. And I couldn't resist. I had to kind of do something Beatle related because I'm a big Beatle guy and Beatle collector. But The Beatles versus the Four Seasons. The International Battle of the Century. This was a fun record when VJ Records kept reissuing, you know, the few Beatle tracks they had any way possible. So putting a double album with one album that contains pretty much the Introducing the Beatles album, and then another album that contains a Four Seasons record. And see, you could go on the back on every track and grade, you know, give it a point, different rounds. Like, I Saw Her Standing There against Sherry. Misery, I Cried Before, and so on and so on. Okay, Baby It's You, and Big Girls Don't Cry. Don't ask Mazzy ever to sing again. Anyway, 4. There you go. The number 4, Beatles versus the Four Seasons, the International Battle of the Century. And lastly, this is kind of a fun one. The question is 4 covers with horses. I don't have a Mr. Ed album. Do you know Mr. Ed? Might be a generational thing. It was a TV show in America with a talking horse, Ed. Wilbur. So, I'm going to start with Poco. I worked for ABC Records when this came out, and I promoted this heavily. Legend by Poco. My promo copy. Where does it say promo copy? There you go. And interesting fact about this album, I don't know if you know the actor Phil Hartman, who was on Saturday Night Live in America. Well, he was a graphic designer before Saturday Night Live, and he designed this cover. Designed a bunch of album covers at the time. But anyway, there you go. A horse. Number 1. Number 2 horse cover, the Beach Boys, Surf's Up. You know, Native American, Indian, famous, based on a famous painting. God, what a great cover. Who did this cover? Obviously, this is sort of a, I don't know if it's if they actually took the original and went with it, but you're not asking that right now, right? We're not getting into details, but this is my number 2 horse. I love this cover. I like this record too. It's a great record. Anyway, Surf's Up's on there, right? One of my other favorite records, being originally from San Francisco, Quicksilver Messenger Service's second album, mostly live. And this is an import copy. This is Happy Trails, so it's perfect. Again, I love this kind of classic horse cover, right? Look at that old Western painting. This is a UK copy. There you go. It's kind of messed up here a little bit, but EMI, capital EMI, originally came out in 1968. Beautiful record. I mean, great live, kind of somewhat psychedelic record, but horse on that. And lastly, the Last Horse album. It's not a real horse, but you didn't say it had to be real. It's Crazy Horse's debut with their self-titled record, which is basically, was it their only record? But you might know Crazy Horse. They were Neil Young's backing band. And worked with him on so many records. They continue to do so. But Emil Lofgren and Jack Nitzsche are on here too, as well as Ralph Molina, Danny Whitten, and Billy Talbot. So great record. And there's a horse. So you got 4 horses. So I covered everything. That was so easy. Let's do it again. Anyway, congratulations, Bev. And thanks, Gustavo, for introducing me to Beth and her channel. And come back and visit Mazzy in the great northwest of Seattle on the top left-hand coast of America. Be well. Mazzy loves you. Bye.